What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Drop My. My name is Steve, and well, I already started doing a thing, so you guys already know. Check it out. All right, so in a nutshell, basically what's going on right now is I went ahead and I already started working on the E46. Basically exactly what I've been doing is I'm test fitting transmission. Like I said in the last video about the E46 2J build is I need to go ahead and fit the transmission. I already started. I've been banging out the tunnel well for just a little bit, just a hair. It's not really banging it, but massaging it little by little, trying to get to where I need to so I can fit the transmission, fit the engine, so I can finally get this thing done. Basically all that I have left, like I said, is to fit the transmission, make a little space, which I'm gonna show you right now. So as you can see, got the transmission basically in. So where the starter is, right over here, this bump right here is basically hitting more or less this area right here. So what I gotta do is I gotta massage all this area in, so that way I could go ahead and fit the transmission, and that way, of course, I could have everything installed the way it should be. So let's go ahead and more or less getting to tackle that now. So all that's really left to do is take my sledgehammer, beat up my firewall a little bit. I mean, after that, fit like I said, the engine and the transmission, made it up, not one final time, but made it up one good time. Take it back out and get it ready for paint. So you guys already know. All right, what I've done already is I went ahead and massaged this whole area out. See over here, all this kind of whacked it. It's all looking pretty crappy right now that I whacked it up. I'm gonna go ahead and seal this up properly. Of course, I'm gonna paint it. But so before I went ahead and whacked this. I took this little screw out, not screw, but this little tab that's here. Went ahead and took it out because one, I'm not gonna need it, and two, it's in the way of the transmission. Basically, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and get everything ready for this little bump right here. So we'll go ahead and clear. Once that clears, then we'll have enough space to actually, you know, put the transmission in and the engine together. So everything's just mocked up per se for right now. So now we're gonna go ahead and put it back in and do this process as many times as we need to. But the only problem is it's getting kind of dark. I'm running out of daylight. It's like, I don't know, I can't even tell what time it is, but it's almost nighttime already. So I'm gonna do what I can for today, and I'll obviously pick it up tomorrow because I'm notorious for doing everything late because this is Miami, and Miami is extremely hot. So let's get to that now. All right, so I ran into a little issue. Every time I put it in, the engine seems to be slightly cocked. I realized it was being hung up on a particular part, which is this. All right, so we see the heater core. I went ahead and bent one of the tubes of the heater core out of the way because this, when it was straight out, it will literally get caught up onto here, you know, hold the engine cocked. So it appears that I do have enough clearance all around the bell housing. I'm going to double check that again, but it's looking pretty good. So now all I need to do is test fit it one more time to make sure this fits, and then I just basically bolt everything back up, or bolt everything up. At least it could be in there for now, at the very least, because obviously it's so much in and out, in and out, in and out. The least I can do is just leave it in there, at least for a particular time. So we're going to go ahead and tackle that now, and then after that, you guys already know. All right, so the next issue that we're running into, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Basically, most of this is out of the way anyways, but basically it's hitting right there against this piece of metal. So I think the next thing I need to do is go ahead and just chop a little bit of a piece of this. And I don't know if I could actually bend this brake booster a little bit. I mean this yeah, the brake booster. I don't know if I could bend it just a little bit by like making a little indentation so it could fit just a tad bit better, so it's not leaning so much. Because basically what's happening is the whole engine, if you take a look at it, it looks good, but it's like semi cocked a little bit this way. So once I go ahead and figure that one out, which I think it's that piece of metal, we can go over officially marry everything up. Because clearance wise inside, well, you guys can't really see, but there's definitely clearance down there all the way around the transmission tunnel, so we're definitely clear on that area, but it's looking pretty good. So yeah, so the next thing would be to do is come back. Obviously, as you can tell, it's getting a little dark. The next thing to do is come back another day, bolt up cut that little piece of metal out, maybe just indent the booster for now, because obviously that booster is old and ugly anyways, and I need to buy a new booster. So I might just dent it for now, just so I can make everything fit, and figure out if that's a good idea later. Not after I drive it, of course, but you know, just figure out if that's a good idea later to just buy a new one or what's the case. So for right now, I'm just gonna kind of stop it here, or maybe I might do a little something more, but I'm probably gonna stop it here and then pick it up tomorrow or another day. Actually, I gotta work for the next 3 days, so in about like a few days, you see my beard's gonna grow a little longer, but we'll be back and we're gonna go ahead and finish it up, so you guys already know. All right, so it is a new day. It's time to go ahead and work on the E46. So what we're doing now is we're gonna go ahead and basically chop some stuff up. So let's go ahead and get right to that. All right, so basically what we're doing right now is we're gonna go ahead and lob off these little tabs that you see right here, this right here, little things that we don't necessarily need. Once we go ahead and start taking all that off, we're gonna go ahead and cut our section here. It's gonna be a little difficult, but I'm gonna do what I can to do the best I can. And then after that, we should be ready to go ahead and stick the engine in. So let's go ahead and get right to that. All right, so as you can see, basically what I've done so far, I've done quite a few things. I went ahead and notched the frame right over here. So if you guys can't see, you see the frame, went ahead and notched this whole area right here. So I go ahead and fit the engine in a little better and a little lower. Went ahead and took out the bracket, which I'm gonna put the video right there. Went ahead and grinded out these areas here. Right, these are normally where little studs and things of that nature that are about this tall. I went ahead and take them out. So I think we're just about ready to slap the engine in. So all these little circles are circles I'm going to go ahead and fill in, because I want the engine bay to be completely clean, as clean as possible. I'm even going to do the ones right over here, because I don't want this to be seen. I might or might not lob off this area here, just the top parts here, so it looks a little more clean, so you can see like more of the engine bay itself. So as a matter of fact, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and throw this sucker in right now. All right, so she's basically in. Bam. We got her in there. There's only one little issue that I see. Another thing I went ahead and did that I didn't tell you, but before I go ahead and tackle that issue, I went ahead and lobbed out this little extra bracket thing here. So it looks ugly now, but it's going to be fixed later. I just went ahead and basically took all that off, because all that was looking, it makes the look overall not as nice. If you see overhead, it looks cleaner because this thing's gone. But the only issue I'm having is, let me get under the car so you guys can see. So basically we're under the car. This is the transmission brace from CX Racing. This is the actual transmission. I went ahead and notched the frame to bring the engine a little forward as well. And if you can't see right here, these little holes are right here, those right there, those are where the actual bracket is. That's not the bracket, that's something I just placed there in the meanwhile, but that bracket is supposed to be attached to the bracket mount. But the only issue is that this bracket mount is too far that way, and this bracket is too far this way. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna remedy that. I'm gonna tackle that in just a little bit, but so far so good. I mean, basically everything's in there. So basically what's going on right now is we went ahead and put the engine in. The transmission brace is a little bit too far forward from the actual transmission. It's supposed to be already made for the R154. So I'm going to see what's going on there. They bolt up fine, the actual brace itself. The only issue that I'm having is that it's not lining up. So I'm going to find out maybe if I need to just drill it back or bring it back a little bit and drill it, or if I could flip it a certain way, or I mean, I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. But it's no big deal. So nothing we can't figure out. So I think what I'm going to do right now, because basically it's in there by itself. Like it's I'm not even kidding. It's in there by itself. Like there's nothing holding it in there. It's in there. So what I think I'm going to do is probably put the front end together one more time to mock it up, because I am going to get it ready for paint. And since I am getting ready for paint, I want to make sure every little detail, if I need to move anything, if I need to cut somewhere, if I need to make any adjustments, because I'm very, very meticulous with what I do, and I don't like doing things 100%. I like doing things, well, 100% I like doing things, but I don't like doing things to where they're not 100%. So we're going to go ahead and tackle some of that now. All right, so it's the next day, and yeah, I already went ahead and put the whole front end together, started test fitting everything, and this is what we got. Damn, this thing looking so sick. So yeah, check it out. So bam, basically this is what we got so far. Looking really, really, really good. We got the intercooler, all the piping already mocked up. There's the intercooler right there. Yeah, this thing is like street sweeping or whatever, but no big deal. Right there is eventually gonna go a oil cooler. Obviously I haven't put the little pieces that go right here and the corner lights and stuff, but yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. Obviously the wastegate I got over here, I have a or the blow off valve I got over here, I have a better one. A tile, or not tile, a Gretty, old school Gretty one that's gonna sound nice. All that's gonna get going soon, because I'm going single turbo, so all this is gonna go probably in the next few episodes, or episode or two. I might lob off some of this piece right here, I'm not 100% sure, and also something right here, I might lob off some of this piece right here as well. But it's in there, it's nice and low, it's tucked away, it's looking good, you know. So I couldn't be any happier, to be honest with you. It looks so good. It just looks so good. Just looking at it, it's like, whew. Oh man. All I'm gonna do now is gonna go ahead and slap on the hood, and then once I slap on the hood, I got it over here. I gotta clean it up. It's all dirty and stuff. I'm gonna slap on the hood, check clearance once again. Once I check clearance, yeah. I just want to take this moment to soak this in. Technically speaking, this is the first time ever that I've seen the car put together with engine, transmission, hood, front end, everything together on the ground as a rolling chassis. Check it out. Oh my god, that thing's gonna look so hard. So obviously, like I said, I'm painting the engine bay, but the engine needs to be, the hood needs to be painted. It's basically gonna be this color blue all throughout the hood, and then this I'm gonna either paint black, or I'm gonna have this hydro dipped in carbon fiber to match my actual carbon fiber pieces. This is basically the only piece I have hydro dipped carbon fiber besides my interior. So obviously, and of course the headlights are pretty nasty looking. So, but other than that, man, oof. Just so you could just look at it. Just look at it. And I'll put up to the, imagine me just pulling up to a meet or something. Hey, yo, just check it out. Just check it out. Just look at this thing. Bam. I can't wait to finish this thing. This thing looks so nice. I'm getting really excited. And you could also see basically where it lopped off. What I was talking about. It makes the top look better. If you look at it, it's just a bubble now. It has no weird thing sticking out at the tip. So that's good. Also, I had to put Drive Miami. It's drift motion, but also runs with Drive Miami, or you know what I mean. I can't wait. I'm just super excited. Every time I look at this, I feel like a little kid again. But just look at it. Like, look at it. There's perfect clearance everywhere. And then just like, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Bro, it's my car and I still can't even imagine. Just look at it. Basically, in a nutshell, she's together, looking mighty fine, looking like a dime. So the only thing left to tell you guys is that's it for this video, because I don't want to bombard you with too much, you know, car video, because if it's too long it gets boring. Just make sure to like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned to the channel. Please stay tuned to the channel, subscribe. I can't thank you guys enough for doing that. Comment, tell me what you do, tell me what you do like, tell me what you don't like. Is there anything I change, any ideas, things like that, throw them my way. I'm probably still gonna do whatever the hell I want, but I'm still just, ideas count. Maybe I'll change my mind a little bit. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Drive Miami. Peace.